Okay, great job by the team being able to get the win tonight. The Bears are a really tough outfit, and I thought, defensively, what a good job holding up in the first half. The pick by David Long off of the tip from Kenny Young was outstanding. I thought they just made some really key stops on fourth down. Offensively in the first half, we really didn't get a lot of chances. We only had 20 plays in the first half, but we were able to get some explosives. What a play by Van Jefferson to be able to get up, have the awareness to finish that. And then in the second half, I thought we got a little bit of continuity. I think one of the best plays of the game was Robert Woods' third down catch on the first drive of the second half. The third and long, we hit him on a deep in-breaking route, does a great job with aggressive hands, and then Kupp the next play. But I was encouraged to get the run game going a little bit. We can certainly build on this, but Matthew did a great job leading the way offensively. There was a lot of bright spots, but also a lot of things that we can look to improve on, and it's exactly what we'll do after this.
Was the run-pass balance, especially early on, by design, or was that a look that they gave you?
I don't know. It's hard to say, Jordan. I think in a lot of instances, I'm more worried about, being able to move the ball and score points. And so you do want to be cognizant of that. I think the best offenses have the ability to do both, but I think it was more a result of minimal plays, but also being able to, run some things that we thought was the smartest way to be able to move the football against a really tough defense. They did a good job being able to be stout at the point of attack in some of the runs, and they were doing some things that kind of forced us to shift in the direction of throwing a little bit early on, and then I thought the balance got back to kind of what we won in that second half. But it was, they're a tough defense. They've done a great job. They've got great personnel, and that's always a factor for us for sure.
Was it to see explosive plays in the first game?
Yeah, it was exactly what we had wanted, and it was from a bunch of different guys. You look at Van, you look at Cooper. Tyler Higbee has what I think was a 37-yard catch, and then what an individual effort on the third down and long for Cooper when we throw him the little bubble screen. But Robert Woods made a lot of plays. I thought a lot of different guys made some great contributions, and we still have some things that we can improve on. But I was really pleased with the offensive line as well. To go against that defense, those guys, that personnel, when you're talking about Khalil Mack, Robert Quinn, got a ton of respect for Akeem Hicks. And so for those guys to come away with just that one sack when we were backed up is a real credit to them, and was very pleased with them as a whole. I thought he did a really good job, Nick. I think we only threw it, 26 times, but he certainly made the most of those plays, and I thought he did a great job. And to be able to get all those guys involved, the goal is to really activate all 5 eligibles. He did a nice job of being able to go where the ball, where the coverage dictated, and I think that's the most important thing. There's certainly some things that I know I want to be able to do a better job of moving forward for our offense, but as a start, the most important thing is we'll take the win.
How eager were you to show that this offense could get the ball down the field? And you waited 3 plays to do it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're really eager about it as much as you want to see these guys come out and play well and come away with the win, Gary. And that was something that we felt like in this game, what we had, thought they might play. There was really no inventory. This was Sean Desai's first game as a defensive coordinator. I thought he did a good job. But that was something that we've emphasized. But it doesn't mean anytime we have shot called, doesn't mean shot taken. But the third play definitely represented an amazing play by Matthew and by Van to be able to make it. And Cooper Kupp, you guys go back and watch, and him securing the edge was what enabled it to get off. And you don't have many receivers making the plays he's doing in the pass game, doing all that unselfish stuff as well. And that's what makes him one of the things that makes him great.
What moment impressed you most about Matthew tonight?
I think it was just his steady demeanor throughout the course of the game. Just like you had hoped you had, would see, that you had seen in practice and that you had seen from afar. But I think the second drive, their first drive of the second half was what I thought was the most impressive. But now I'm thinking about what an unbelievable job he did progressing, finding Robert Woods on the last touchdown. So there was multiple things, but I think the overall game management, and I think the expectation, you could just see there was a look in his eye. He had confidence in his teammates. He expected to play well. And he did a great job. It's hard to say that there was one thing, Jim. I loved everything that he did tonight.
Your expectations, obviously, you've raved about him from the time he came here and knew a lot about Matt. Expectations, how about the coach's expectations for him today?
The expectations were us to win the football game as a team. I'm always interested in putting together all 3 phases, but I thought he did a nice job controlling what he he could control. Second half as well, we were 0 for on third down in the first half. He did a great job of being able to make some conversions. We got some third downs. I thought the fourth down conversion to Van Jefferson on the crossing route in the first half was a big play, but there was a lot of good things. There was a lot of things that we can go back and look at, but just, being right after the game, I was pleased with Matthew, and he did a nice job tonight.
Coach, on the defensive side, Kenny Young was very active today.
Yeah. He did a great job, and that's what he's been going back to last year. I thought he really picked up where he left off. He's had a great training camp. He's done a great job of really, kind of demonstrating the versatility that he has, both being able to defend the run, but also making timely plays and pass coverage. That tip was all him, and then David Long did a great job finishing it. But he's been flying around. He's got great athleticism, toughness, and Chris Shula's done a great job with Kenny, and very pleased for Kenny, and want to see him continue to build on this.
There's only one first game to open a stadium with regular season fans. How did it feel? Did it feel different?
Yeah, it was electric. I think, everybody wants to talk about this stadium. It is an iconic venue that Mr. Kroenke built, but I thought the players did a great job of giving the fans something to get excited about. And they came out, you almost get goosebumps when you walk out for the pregame and you're kind of just looking at it and you realize how much the fans make the atmosphere and the environment just times, I can't even tell you how much better it felt, because this is an incredible venue, but it's about these fans. They did a great job, and hopefully we'll have a lot more like that, and it'll just continue to build.
Last one, guys.
What was it about Stafford that allowed him to make that play to Van Jefferson?
I think it was a great job by him being able to flip his hips and make an unbelievable throw. I think that's kind of one of those things. He's gifted. He's got a great ability to be able to change his arm slot and make all types of throws, whether it be short, intermediate, or down the field. But he's, you're not limited in anything that you can do with him in the pass game, and hopefully we'll continue to build on the options and opportunities that we have moving forward.
Matthew was the single captain to walk out to the center of the field pregame. What was the decision behind that?
It's really, you can only send 3 guys out for the coin toss, and I think probably those other guys decided that they wanted to continue to warm up because he was going to be the one making that decision. But those are some of the things that I kind of just stay away from. I only have so much brain power for certain things, so I just give them some parameters and then get the hell out of the way on stuff like that. There was nothing symbolic about it. It was the quarterback was making the decision, and so he'll be able to better answer that question than I will. All right? Thanks, guys.
Oh, it was awesome. You know, it was a complete team win. Obviously, our defense did a great job getting the ball back for us a couple times, 3 or 4 times, it felt like. Great job on 4th down a couple times, turning the ball over. As an offense, you know, it was tough to kind of get into a rhythm in the first half. We only had 4 possessions, but we were explosive some of those. And, you know, Sean dialed it up great, and our guys went out and executed. So a lot to learn, you know, some good to take away from it and keep building on. And then, obviously, some plays we'd love to have back like every single game.
Would you mind breaking down the first 2 air yards explosives, Van Jefferson, Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, you know, just a play action on the first one to Van. He did a great job of, you know, getting behind the great job on that one. I had all day and was able to shoot that one down the field to him. He did a great job getting up and scoring, which is always fun. And then the second one to Cooper, that was a great call by Sean. Perfect coverage for the play. Our guys up front, again, gave me a bunch of time. It takes time for, you know, guys to get down the field. Cooper did a great job, again, just getting behind the defense, and I was able to, you know, get out there to a decent spot for him.
I feel like the chemistry went tonight when you were able to spread out the ball and make sure everybody ate pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, I think that's when we're going to be at our best, you know, when everybody gets involved in the game. I'm not sure how many different guys had catches, but it felt like a bunch. And, you know, those guys are talented playmakers. I'll do it a different way, so I'm trying to do everything I can to make sure those guys, you know, are able to kind of show their abilities and go out there and play.
You've been with the sweater for tonight.
Kelly told me to wear it, so I'm wearing it.
After it's been so long since the trade actually happened, what was it like to finally kind of get out of the field?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of anticipation for this game. You know, for me, you know, it's a new experience for me, a new place, new stadium, new fans, the whole deal. But this team has embraced me, and I really appreciate that. You know, I've done everything I can to try to, you know, just work as hard as I can and you know, get myself in this team, and they wrapped their arms around me and felt good to go out there and play with them tonight. Such incredible players on this team. I'm lucky to be a part of it. You know, I want to do everything I can to try and lead this team to where we want to go. Obviously, this is just one. Got to keep building on this, but it felt great to get out there and go play.
Sort of a follow-up to that, you've been with another organization for your entire career. That sort of felt like the comfortable old shoes. When you're traded, when you're a veteran like you are, when you've played so many years, how difficult is it, or is it that difficult to get into this new system with a new team? Or have you just experienced so much in your career that it's not as difficult as we might think?
No, it's tough. It's a lot of work. You know, it's a lot of work for me, but it's really a lot of work from everybody. You know, Sean's put in a ton of hours with me. Kevin O'Connell's put in a ton of hours with me. Our offense has put in a ton of hours just trying to help bring me up to speed. You know, I'm the new guy in a system where everybody kind of knows what's going on. So I just appreciate all the hard work and the patience that they've had with me trying to get me to this point. And I'm trying to go out there and grasp it and lead us into the right direction. Yeah, I mean, once the ball snap, it's football. You know, we're new plays in a new stadium, throwing to guys in a different uniform, but I'm happy where I'm at, and you know, I'm pleased with how it went tonight.
After the touchdown, there was no panic.
Go ahead.
There was no panic when the touchdown was called back and Henderson ran it. Are you guys just gaining that confidence in the red zone this early?
Yeah, you know, obviously we didn't come away with points on there. We didn't come away with a touchdown on one. I felt like we should have. That was on me. I wish I could have, you know, given Robert a better ball on that. I think it was the second or third drive of the game, whichever one it was. But yeah, I mean, Cooper didn't score on the one, and then it was great to see the guys up front just push the line of scrimmage and let Hendo walk in. So I thought it was great. You know, on that play, I thought it was great. Really, you know, late in the fourth quarter, being able to just run the clock out. I mean, we were running the ball. Cooper had a huge 3rd down and 13 conversion on just a bubble behind the line of scrimmage, and our guys outside blocked for him. So it's fun to be a part of those drives where you're winning the game, and you know, you're able to kind of put the finishing touches on it.
After the Van touchdown, you kind of had a strut, a high step down the field. What was the atmosphere like? What were you feeling?
I was feeling good. You know, I mean, that's a pretty good start. You know, so I was happy for our team, happy for Van. You know, he's had a great offseason, a great lead up to the season, and you know, to catch it, fall down, get back up, and get it in the end zone. I mean, that's a huge play, a huge momentum thing, especially right after our defense got us a turnover, got us the ball back. I mean, that was, you know, a big play after a big play is a lot of fun to be a part of. I don't know, man. I was just jacked up and having fun out there.
On the touchdown, you were knocked down. Did you see him catch it? Did you see him go in the end zone? Or?
No, I mean, I got hit a little bit late. I didn't even know there was a penalty till 10 minutes later. But I you know, got hit and kind of rolled over, tried to get up as fast as I could to see if it was a good one. I saw him trotting in the end zone, so figured it was in a good spot, but didn't get to see it all the way, but it seemed like it was a good one.
After that first touchdown, when you were strutting, Jalen Ramsey was one of the first people around the sideline.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? And I know that you mentioned during the week that you guys stress each other out a lot, like the defense and
Yeah.
the offense. What does it mean to have him spread out?
Yeah, I noticed it. It was awesome. He's a great teammate. He's a guy that pushes me and pushes our, entire receiving core, everybody he's guarding. I mean, that's as good a matchup as you're going to get in this league, and we get to see it every single day. I tell those guys all the time, man, this is as good a practice I've ever been a part of. We got extremely talented guys on both sides of the ball, and it's a lot of fun to go out there and compete and know, at the end of the day, if we get the best of them one day, they're going, man, they're on our team. And if they get the best of us, one day we're going, shoot, I love having that defense on our team. So it was cool for him to be out there celebrating with me. I was having fun. He seemed like he was having a good time too.
Did you get a game ball?
I did. Yep. It's awesome. It means a lot. Was in a place for a long time, and getting to a new place and being able to come out, week one, night one, and get a win and play the way we did feels good. A lot of work to be done, but it's definitely a good start. Thank you, guys.
Can you take us through that first touchdown, 80 yards down the field from Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, it was a great play. It was a great job by all 11. I just got off the pass and was aware I wasn't touching, ran into the end zone.
Did that ball with a little more velocity than maybe you thought it was coming with? Like you got you in the mask?
Oh, yeah, it definitely hit me right in the mask. But, I just concentrated on it. Matt threw a great pass, and like I said, I was just aware nobody touched me and got up and went for the touchdown.
You and Matthew have been really working on that, especially those explosive air yards, that connection all throughout the spring and summer. What was it like for you to kind of feel that manifest in a full stadium, under the lights?
Yeah, it was great. When that play was called, I just had in my mind that, just do a great job with technique and run a route. And I knew Matt was going to put it there, so I just kept running, and, it was a great pass.
You guys have been saying throughout camp how explosive this team could be. What was it like in terms of to actually do it?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, everybody got involved today. Like I said, it was a great job by all 11. Matt did a great job of facilitating the ball to everyone. And like I said, this offense can be explosive, and, we're just following Matt.
What was that celebration like with him after the touchdown?
It was great. Matt was full of joy and energy, and, I was glad to catch the ball from him, and, it was great. It was just a great feeling that he had.
Are you going to work with him on that high strut step that he had the whole way down the field?
Yeah, I'll work on it with you.
When you break away and have that amazing separation, is it sometimes more difficult to have so much separation than not to have someone close there? And when you have so much time to maybe think about the ball, although it wasn't a lazy pass, it was right to you, but do you sometimes wish you don't have that much time to think?
I think just having a lot of separation is good. I feel like, I feel like you just got to concentrate on the ball more. It was coming down really fast, so I just concentrated on the ball. And like I said, it was a great job by Matt, great job by the O-line, great job by Rob on getting that safety to come down, and a great job by Kupp too, blocking in the progression. So like I said, it was a great job by all 11. I just caught the touchdown, but I got to give thanks to my teammates for making that happen for me.
There's only one first game with fans in a new stadium. How would you describe it? You've been around football your whole life. How would you describe it to other big venues?
Oh, yeah, it was crazy today, especially coming from last year when we didn't have any fans. And, it was difficult, last year. But now that we got fans back, I think it brings more energy to the team, bring more energy to the stadium. So we felt good today. We need that every week. So, it was great having fans back.
What's the difference between this year and last year? It seems like you've gotten faster.
I just put in the work and time in the off season. Like I was talking to Miss Jordan the other day, and just told her I just wanted to prove it to myself, and prove what I can do. I got a lot more work to do, but this is a good start. But I'm far from finished. But like I said, I think I was just working the off season, working with some of my teammates, working with some guys, and but I still got work to put in, like I said, and just keep getting better.
And then to kind of add to that, obviously you never know when this particular play will get dialed up for you. I know you guys worked on it a ton in camp, but you just never know. So for you, did it feel sort of like an arrival moment, even after all of this time last year?
I would say a rival moment. I would just say, like I said, just keep putting in the body of work. I haven't arrived yet. I really haven't done anything. So I just got to keep going, keep pushing, and, just keep being me, keep being the football player I am, keep being the person I am, and, everything else will take care of itself. Keep trusting in God, and everything else will fall into place.
Then, was there one particular moment over the last year plus of work that you put in that you felt like really helped you and get you situated and prepared for potentially making a play in a moment like tonight?
Yeah, I think just staying at the facility, I've spent a lot of time at the facility during the off season, just working with the trainers and, so I just, I went down to come back. So I spent a lot of time at the facility, just working on things I needed to work on. And I think that paid dividends for me. But, but like I said, I put in a lot of hard work over the off season. So, I just got to keep going.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Can you tell us what was going through your mind during that celebration after that first touchdown to Van Jefferson?
I don't know. That was crazy though, right? It just looked good. I mean, they practiced that, you know what I mean? And they came out and did it in the game and connected. It looked great.
From a defensive standpoint, what was it like to see the offense go out there and be explosive and give you guys?
It was great. Yeah, it was great. I feel like obviously we got things to get better at, the whole team, but having them on their side doing their thing as well really takes a lot of pressure off us. Lets us play a little bit free and fast, I guess you can say.
Jalen, you were in a groove. What was your mindset tonight going into this game?
I guess just, I don't know, trying to let God's light shine through me. That's it. I mean, I'm being put in positions that I've never been put in before to make plays and do things for the team. So I was kind of just doing that, I guess.
Jalen, tell me how the swag you guys have when you know you're the number one defense and you come out, force turnovers, get picks, tell me about how you guys feel, the gusto you feel when you perform like that, the way you know you can play.
It feels great, honestly. But we're hard on ourselves. We're self-critical. We celebrate when obviously we have wins and victories, of course, but then we back to the drawing board. We seeing where we can get better and one up ourselves. So that's what we're gonna do. But it does feel great.
How great does it feel?
I don't.
What is it like in college they have turnover chains? What's the sideline like when you guys are doing what y'all supposed to be doing?
We don't got no turnover chains, man. We get paid to do this, you know what I mean? We get checks, I guess. Our check gonna clear, you know what I mean? But it's cool. It's a vibe. It's fun, man. It's fun. A lot of fun.
Jalen, I'm curious about the chemistry you guys in the secondary specifically have continued to build, obviously with your role expanding and how guys have to sort of rotate around you and will rotate around you in various ways. How has that chemistry expanded and maybe one or two points guys you're proud of in that regard?
I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of everybody in that room. It takes a lot to do what we're doing. A lot of guys are asked to do different roles this year, bigger roles this year. We got a second-year player who got the green dot, who has a command of the whole defense, calls the plays, still goes back to his position and sets up the secondary and makes sure we are on our checks the right way. And you got D. Will, who's even in an expanded role. Everybody likes to talk about me being in an expanded role, but he's doing it as well. And honestly, he makes it easy for me, and he helps me be able to be in an expanded role because he can be versatile and do some different things too. So that's great. And then you got a guy who's really been unproven thus far, hasn't had a lot of experience playing in the NFL yet, I guess you could say, in D-Lo. And he came out today and he popped us off with the first pick, and he played well. Had a couple PBUs too, I believe, until he started cramping up. So we're gonna get him right on that, and he'll be back out there. Scooter came in for him when he was cramping up and held his own. I don't think he gave up a pass, and if he did, it was something light or something like that. And then T-Rap, he's super disruptive. He's taking his game to another level, and we have a lot of confidence in him, and we're gonna continue pushing that confidence in him because when we do, he lights up and he plays amazing. And him and Jordan's communication and their leadership on the back end can't be taken for granted. And people got to talk about that a little bit more, just because they really have a command and they're really communicating really well to set up not only just the secondary but the linebackers too. We have a great communication and kind of like you said, that comes from our chemistry that we're continuing to build and our vibe we have.
The two times that they went for it on fourth down, A, did that surprise you at all, either one of those, and B, just kind of the confidence, if you could explain what that does when you stop them?
I won't say nothing really surprises me in the game. Things happened. They had their reasons for wanting to go for it, so they did. And we came up with big stops, which is, that's like a make a difference type play for the defense. That it might not count in the stats as a turnover, but it's, technically a turnover on downs and gives our offense the ball in a probably better position than it would have been if they would have punted. So that's always pretty cool too.
What did you make of Matthew's performance from your perspective?
He did amazing. I mean, I'm sure he's self-critical, and he's going to have some things that he'll probably want to get better at, and hopefully we can challenge him in practice. to do that, but his command, his swag, like everything was great. That's like a debut that probably should go down in history. Like just the way he played, like his swag. Like I'm not all into the stats all the time, but his stats was probably crazy too. I mean, it's just a debut that was nice. You know what I mean?
He mentioned that you challenge him in practice.
We do. We definitely do. It's a good challenge though. You know what I mean?
All right, that's all we got.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
David, how did it feel to come away with an interception tonight?
It felt good just to get that experience, help the team out. It's a big momentum change. They were driving, so just be able to help and contribute felt good.
David, how could you focus like you did tonight, just kind of blocking everything else out and have the explosiveness that you did?
I just felt like the last few years I've been here, I've just been preparing for this moment. So just building off of that, I had a great camp, and then just picking up and feeding off the energy of the guys around me, Jalen, Darius, AD, all those guys are constantly making plays. So, just a why not me mentality of, just trying to go out there and make a play as well.
David, your work and your progress, I mean, you could tell all through camp that you were just stacking block on top of block on top of block, sort of like you said, preparing for this moment in this expanded role. So what's that process been like for you, starting in the spring and then sort of maybe working behind the scenes and then on the field to get here?
I feel like my mindset's been the same every year. Just come in, mindset, go in and contribute, start, and master my role and be the best player I can be. So, we had a Raheem and got in there, and I was just eager to just feed off of his energy, and Jalen and Darius. So just after the guys left, Troy and all those other guys, I just felt like I wanted to jump in and not miss a step for the defense.
You talked about it being a momentum change, that early interception on that opening drive. Kind of take us through, from your lens, what you saw on the tip and what it meant once you secured it.
It was just something that we had talked about, the route combinations or whatever. So I just told myself, just run to the ball, especially early on. Good things happen. So I was able to run to the ball, get that tip ball, and we were able to, get the ball back instead of them coming away with 3 points, and that was big.
David, Andy Dalton wasn't a big surprise, but he looked consistent. What do you take away from this game for the future?
For us, just something to build off of. There's always stuff to clean up. Me personally, I still got a lot of stuff to clean up. So just something to build off of.
How the
I thought like I said, just something to build off of. We communicated well, played fast. There's always going to be mistakes. So overall, I thought we responded well and made plays when we needed to make them. But like I said, it's always something that we can improve on.
David, how did Jalen and Darius in particular help you prepare for the expanded role that we've been asking about tonight?
I feel like them as well as everybody, before that I've been around, have done a good job, and just like the culture here, just uplifting young guys and keeping everybody in the right mind frame. Like I said, always coming in ready to play, and whether it's been my rookie year or this year, I've always been ready for those moments, and just the guys around us, the DB room does a great job of just, keeping everybody tuned in and ready for their moment. So it's a credit to the DB room, the coaches, and then also the culture here.
Did Raheem have a special message for y'all tonight?
Nah, he just likes to let us go out and play. He's really talkative and social and stuff during practice, but just really allowing us to get in our mode and just go out there and play fast, make the corrections that need to be made, but just allowing guys to get in their mode individually, which, we appreciate. Like I said, just a credit to the culture.
If you would have had that interception a year ago, you probably would have heard your teammates on the sidelines. Curious, how do you describe the energy having that interception in the first home game with fans?
Yeah, I didn't even think about it like that. It was just perfect timing. It was great just to get that in the first drive, momentum change. But I think the biggest part is, like I said, just being able to step in there and make a play, especially on a team where you got, big names, Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald, that are always making plays. Raheem just talks about, trying to make a play. Everybody was trying to make a play. So it was cool, just like I said, it was a big moment for us on that drive.
Jalen talked quite a bit about the chemistry in the room, and I know you touched on that as well. Is that a space just in the DB's room? Is that a space where it's very individuality is very encouraged, but you guys know you ultimately need to come together for a common goal?
Yeah, I think we bonded really well. Jalen's been here since the back end of my rookie year, and all of us in the DB room have grown pretty close. And I think it is, everybody's just their own individual. You got Jalen, the top personality he is. I'm kind of more similar to Darius. But I think everybody's able to find their niche and just become a collective and just everybody go out there and play well. Because, even over the past couple of years, we had different personalities, but everything's been able to gel well on the back end.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.